Hi, I'm Mary Vicario, and it's been my joy to be a part of the Resilience Project for the last 5 years. Today, I get to talk to you about the hand brain. And I love it so much because it allows me to bring a model of the brain with me wherever I go. And I'm Italian, so I talk with my hands. So it's just a win-win all around for me. Feel free to do this with me. Between your wrist and your elbow is your spinal column and something really important called the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve actually releases all of our feelings into every organ of our body. So literally, we feel our feelings in every organ of our body. And we don't get to decide when that happens. It just does it. So, in fact, those feelings are the feelings that frequently drive our behavior, especially if it's something we do very quickly, or if it's something that gets us in trouble, or the things that bring the people we serve to us for help often come from those feelings they get in their body, not in those thoughts that we're so proud of, but in these feelings. The next part of our brain is the brainstem. It's the palm of our hand, and it's in charge of all the things we don't think about, all the things that keep our body going that we don't think about. For example, breathing, digestion, bladder and bowel control, which means that's not under your conscious control sometimes. Arousal, the type of arousal that hopefully has you awake right now while you're watching this video, and the type of arousal that makes you want to do things far more interesting than watch this video. It's also in charge of how much information enters your brain. And if you're on the autistic spectrum or you have trauma, it actually lets in extra information because it doesn't know what you're going to need to be safe. And that extra information can become very overwhelming very quickly. In fact, it makes all your senses stronger, so things are brighter and louder and they feel weird in your mouth and your clothes feel weird and get very stressful. And the other reason it can get very stressful is that all the information that enters our brain goes immediately to our fear center, which is the next part of our hand brain, which is our thumb. The fear center, also known as the limbic system, is in charge of 3 very important things that I like to remember through the word FAR. It's in charge of felt safety, attachment, and regulation. And it likes things to happen in that order, in fact. So when the information comes into the brain, it immediately goes to the fear center and decides safe or not safe. And if it's not safe, it keeps our thinking brain offline. But if it is safe, it lets the next part of our brain, our cortexes, our thinking brain, come online and give it a hug. But when it's not safe, throws it offline. So when you're not feeling safe, it doesn't allow you to attach and work cooperatively with others. And when you can't attach and work cooperatively with others, it also doesn't allow you to regulate. And you can look like you're out of control. And it might look like a choice, but when your fear center's in charge, it's not a choice, because what it has thrown offline is your thinking brain, which wraps around the fear center and has all those wonderful thoughts and all those wonderful things we've practiced doing housed in it. But when the fear center gets afraid, throws it right offline. And the only part of our brain we have conscious control over is our thinking brain. So when our fear center throws it offline, all of those thoughts we're so proud of and that we've worked so hard on to help us control our behavior, they are out of our reach. And if the fear center can't tell, should I be afraid or not afraid, it always errs on the side of fear to keep you alive. So we want to find a way to get a message from the thinking brain to the fear center so they can work together when we're afraid. And we're going to look at how to do that. So our vagus nerve and our brainstem think in sensations and feelings. Our fear center, our limbic system, thinks in feelings and pictures. And our thinking brain thinks in pictures and words. So you may have guessed it, the passport from the fear center to the thinking brain are the pictures. When we can create a picture for what we want, we have a better chance of getting a message to that thinking brain, bringing it back online so it can hug our fear center and help us feel safe again.